Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Unphased Podcast, the number one motortainment show in the world, where we do our best to show you how we stay unfazed in this world that is definitely going to try to phase you. See, I'm geared up today. If you go to McNeil, you see McNeil is geared up today. Oh yeah, we locked in because we got a very special guest today. When it comes to football, this is the guy that we need to talk about all football. You know what I mean? We're excited. This is gonna sound kind of like a WWE intro. Today, we have Big Ty. We have someone standing at 6'7",
Come on
bringing an
now.
imposing presence to the field. Ty's football journey has been nothing short of remarkable. From making waves at
You
Old
gotta move your chin
Dominion
strap.
and Maryland to dominating in the CFL, he's proven himself to be a force in the game. And let's not forget where I met him, dominating the indoor field with the Frisco Fighters. But let's not forget, this guy's an incredible player, but he's also an amazing human being, amazing guy, bringing positivity, support to the locker room, everything, man. This has been one of the greatest guys that I've had the pleasure of raising to next levels with, communicating with, just vibing with, and being a great friend. Today, we have on the pod no one other than Mr. Big Ty. Let's do it.
I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed.
Yeah. What's up, Ty?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Nukes, man.
Oh yeah. Let
What
me get.
up? What up? What
Shout out to
up? Ooh,
Yeah,
slide.
yeah.
Yes,
We lit.
sir.
Now I
Yes,
had to take
sir.
my pads off. It was getting up in my neck. I ain't like that. I ain't had time
Good
for
luck.
all that right now. Yeah, it was doing a little much, bro. But how you
Man,
doing, bro? How you
I'm
feeling?
good, brother. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm great, man. I'm on the Unphased podcast. You can't
Come
tell me
on,
nothing right now.
come
You feel me?
on,
Come on.
come on.
Look,
The
yeah,
ultimate unfazed. Look, we got
you know what
stuff
I
for you.
mean?
We
Look at
got.
look. Come on.
It's the ultimate unfazed. This the ultimate
No, like I
unfazed.
was
We
like,
got
big
Yes,
Big
dog,
sir.
Ty.
big.
It's
The
a blessing,
biggest.
brother.
The
It's a
biggest. Come on
blessing,
now.
man. And I want to get right into it, bro, because we got so much that we want to talk about. We want to talk about your life. We want to talk about everything. But like one of the main reasons that we connect is through football, this beautiful sport of football. And I want to ask you, like, because every guest we've had Meatball on here, we've had Rank on here. We was talking about him earlier. But for you, like, what do you feel like you've been playing football for so long? What has football meant to you? Like, what's like been, because we've been playing since we've been kids, man. And now we still playing.
Yeah.
We talk about playing in the CFL, playing in the UFL. But what has this journey and everything with football meant to you, bro? Oh yeah, he off. Can you still hear me?
Maybe having a little bit of
Yeah,
technical
I can
difficulty.
hear you.
Look,
I lost you for a second. Here
Yeah,
we
let me
go.
see. It went black for a
You
second.
good?
It went black for a second. Come off.
Yeah, I know it.
Let me see. I could. There you go. And add them back and
while we
see.
getting everything together, we're gonna go ahead and get our ads in now.
No, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead. You want to? Yeah, go
You know what
ahead.
I'm saying?
Lock him in.
As you know, we got a shout out to the local handyman
Mm-hmm.
and the big dogs original sponsor, Blaze Pizza. Taste
DFW
good, feel
local
good, eat
handyman. Yes, if you need your toilet fixed, if you need your sink fixed, if you need to put a TV on the wall, if you need anything done, just call DFW local handyman. They can do it all. And if you don't know if they can do it, just call them and I'm sure they'll figure out a way to get it done at 214-441-7176. That's 214-441-7176. The DFW local handyman, a proud sponsor of the 30 Days Unfazed. And we also got Blaze Pizza, like he said. Anywhere in Dallas, go to Blaze Pizza, get you something. Tell them Unfazed sent you, get you a free pizza. Or you just hit us up. We got a lot of free cards. We can get you free pizza for life if you want it. If you
on
really
now.
want it. But if you don't.
Yum, yum, eat them up.
But we still figuring out Ty's situation. I'm gonna add him back to the stage, see if he can come on. But if not, I think that question either way is good for both of
I
us.
don't know how I wore this my senior year of
Hey
college.
Ty, can you see us?
All right, boom. Hopefully,
Yeah, just keep working out. Take your time, brother. You good.
I can
It's
see
just still a
y'all.
black
I don't know if
screen
y'all can hear
for
me,
you.
but I can't hear
Yeah.
y'all.
But we can go ahead and answer that question like you said. I would love to indulge in that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I know, like you said, we've been playing football. I've been playing football since I was 4. And being
Mm-hmm.
towards the back half of it, football's meant more than just, a game that I've loved to play. It's been a game where I've gotten to develop as a person, as a human being, build character, build characteristics, leadership quality, all type of things, build bonds and friendships. So it's been, one of the most, impactful portions of my life. So football is like my first love at the end of the
Oh
day.
yeah.
All right, boom.
Can you
Okay.
hear? Yeah, you back. It's all good. It's all good.
Man, hey, look, it ain't about how you start, it's about how you finish.
It's
Come
about
on
how you
now.
finish. It's about how you finish, brother.
Come on
Come on,
now.
man. Can you hear us now though? Is it better?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely better. I don't know. I had to switch to my phone. I was on my iPad. Maybe it's the
Yeah. Phone typically a little better.
internet.
Yeah, that's what we use. We use the phone. The phone's usually a little bit better.
Oh, bad. Okay, so then we should be good then.
Yeah, basically what I was saying, man, just tell me a little bit about like what has football meant to you,
Yeah,
man? Because we started
bro.
all playing young, and now all these we're
Yeah.
playing at higher levels, all these pro levels now. Like, what has it mean this journey for you?
Man, it's been a beautiful thing, bro. I think like some of my like greatest like growing moments like came from football. Like I know without a doubt I wouldn't be the man I am today without like the sport, bro. And
Mm,
like not just the sports itself, but like the relationships along
mm-hmm.
like along the line. It like all that shaped me and put me in the position I am today, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah.
football really changed my life, bro, inside and out. And it means the world to me, bro. Like I just remember vividly, like at a younger age, bro, where I like made the commitment to like dedicate
Mm-hmm.
my life to this, bro. And like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? To see kind of things
that's
kind of
big.
like start like, unraveling for you. It's a beautiful thing, bro. And all of us have experienced it at some point in our career.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And Ty, it's funny because it's like me and E are a little bit different, but you 6'7".
For
So it's
sure.
like
Man.
you gotta do, you
For
know what I mean? We
sure.
need
You
you
only
in the
got so many
football, we need
avenues.
you hooping. You gotta do
Like
something
Kevin
with it. You
Hart said,
gotta commit.
you can't be answering the phone at T-Mobile talking, hello, thank you for calling T-Mobile. Thank you for calling T-Mobile.
Give me another one, boss.
I broke it.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Charge you too much
Man,
shit.
nah.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely a blessing, bro. And that's really cool. I want to talk about because you went to Old Dominion and you went to Maryland. How was your
Yeah,
experience there? Because I know those are both great programs. And
Man.
I went to
bro.
Cornell, so it's a good
Yeah,
program, but it's more
yeah.
school focused. You know what I mean?
Nah,
So
for
I'd
sure.
love to hear that experience there.
For sure. I mean, when I first got to Maryland, bro, it was a culture shock for me. Like
Mm,
where my people at and like where I kind of grew up at is a little bit more like rural, like you know what I mean? So like demographic, like town wise, it was like a couple hundred people.
oh wow.
Um, but when I finally got to the University of Maryland, that whole recruiting process through high school, a movie, bro. People coming to my school to interview me in the middle of the day to write, a journal that's gonna go in our newspaper. As a kid, bro, like you know what I mean? It was so
Yeah.
like at the time, it's like you know what I mean. It's kind of like it was cool, but like being older now, I really appreciate those kind of moments, bro. Because when I
Hmm.
got to Maryland, it was a culture shock.
Hmm.
Everybody from so many different places, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
like trying to learn, trying to have a good time, trying to do this, trying to do that, and all of us are just in one area, bro. And like
Yeah.
even with football, bro, like you go from being the guy on one team to being on a team full of like the guy.
Guys.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a culture shock, bro. You go from one end of the game where you're like begging your coach to give you a break because you on offense, defense, special team, you know what I mean? And then you get to college and you like, okay, all right, I'm ready to
And
like take
I
me
can
come
off
do it
at the
on.
all.
state. You know what I mean? And then your
Yeah.
coach is
Yeah.
like, hey, go hold this bag, bro.
Calm
Like
down, young fella. Calm
go
down,
make
young
Yeah.
sure you
fella.
hold this bag. You like, wait, what? What's going on? that's really when it that's what it took for me to really like love the game, bro, like I do now, bro, because
Mhm.
like when I was younger, like you said, like I was always bigger, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like it just like where I lacked in technique and knowledge of the game, I made up for it just being bigger than everybody. But
Right.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The like the more you up it, you start running into
Did you
them
always
same type of
Yeah.
play?
people.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you always play O line and D line?
Yeah, O line and D line. So coming out of high school, um, well, like yeah, coming out of high school, a lot of schools were recruiting me for both sides of the ball. Like I had an offer from Duke. And they literally told me like the offensive defensive line coach were like, yo, like, nah, he's gonna be in our room. And they're like, nah, he's gonna be in our room. You know what I mean? Like,
Now
and
I'm
that
not in
was
nobody's
lit.
room.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, actually, now I'm not gonna be in neither one of y'all.
All right, don't even worry. Y'all
Nah.
calm down. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, like playing both sides of the ball, everything like that. That was like what, like my deal. And I thought I was gonna be a defensive player, bro. But then the
Mhm.
opportunity presented itself at the University of Maryland. At the time, it was like a couple injuries, transfers, and stuff, and they were down to like maybe a handful of linemen. They said, "Bro, you can come here and play D line, or you can come here early and play O line." And I'm like, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to put the hood on my
Come on
back. I
now.
want
Right
so
now.
so I was quick to get in there in the O line room, but it's a like you know what I mean, it was a different game. Like
Yeah.
technically, like you go from like okay, gap backer, like you know what I mean, making it so simple to like
Mhm.
a playbook gap scheme. Wait,
Yep.
what? Like concepts? What are we talking? What outside zone? Like you know what I mean? Like it really shaped me to who I am because that's a pivotal point for like a lot of players where you realize like
Yeah.
do I let it like I say I do? Like you know what I mean? Like do I really want to go with all the 5 a.m. workouts? Like, hey, y'all, everybody's been through it. You know what I mean? So like y'all know like that really
Practice
proves
at
just
5
like
a.m.
how crazy you really are for
That
real.
is for real. For real. I think that's a big part of the game that even like offense, because my first 2 years at Cornell, I played defense. And it was
Mm,
pretty simple, but it's like as you got older, it's like in order to play at the level that we're saying we want to play at, like at the NFL level, like you said,
yeah,
the higher you get, the more guys there are. So it's like, how do I then separate myself if I'm running 4-4, a guy's running 4-3s, 4-2s, 4-3-9, whatever it is, how do I then separate myself? And it became like the knowledge of the game,
yeah,
understanding concepts, and using what I learned from defense, transferring over to the offensive side and kind of understanding how to read defense and stuff. So that's
yeah.
one thing that helped me too, for sure.
For sure. For sure. Hey,
So
I mean, look, I know y'all gonna speak modest when y'all on here, bro. But I want everybody to know Phase is like he about his business now. I just seen him in action. I just seen like y'all see what he doing on the weekends when it's on the
come on
big
now.
screen. But like seeing in and out, bro. The approach of both of these guys right here, bro. Like they didn't play when it came to like game time. Like very,
Come on now.
very productive, very like strategic young man. And I think that like really elevated my game, like a part of like where God places you, bro. Like I wasn't ready to be where I am now if it wasn't for meeting y'all in Frisco and like seeing how y'all approach the game week to week. You know what I mean? And I that
100%.
leads back to like how pivotal it is and like how like life changing the game could be by just simple interactions
Not
you
fast. And
me out too, bro.
and you don't
Appreciate
realize
that.
how important moments like this could be. Like for example, because you were with the showboat first. What you know what I'm saying? And at a certain point in time, you realize, okay, I'm good. I gotta go down. I gotta keep working. When you come to the Frisco Fighters, you don't expect us to have kind of the ride we had. You know what I'm saying? In the kind of like work ethic and mentality. But what was your mentality like even coming into Frisco? Like we were talking about a little bit before the pod, like realizing, okay, I got to go down this level to get back to where I want to be. How
Yeah,
strong of a mental point did you have to? Because I know we always at a point where like what, forget it. Like
yeah. Nah, I like that was a very crucial point for me. So, in 23, I went and drafted. I bounced around camps, private workouts, and ultimately got the opportunity to go to the UFL. I signed, well, the USFL at the time. This was before the merger. I signed with the Memphis Showboats. Finished out the end of their season, and I did really good for myself, which got me a couple more opportunities with the NFL team. Like one of the first guys to play a professional game in my class. In my first professional start, I had a 92% like PFF grade. You know what I mean? I was blessed, and I didn't see that then, you know, because I wanted to be in the NFL so bad. You have your mindset on something, and you know, we came back around after the merger. I was fortunate enough to get an opportunity to go to that camp, and unfortunately, I didn't make it out of it, and that was one of the first times where I really had to learn humility as a football player and as a man, you know, as a God-fearing man. I went from, you know, making a couple racks within a couple months to like, man, I was working at Planet Fitness. You know what I mean? I was working, you know what I mean? Like I was doing blue collar jobs, and so when the opportunity for the IFL came, I had seen IFL games, like not even, it was just clips, like training clips if it was like on ESPN Top 10 or whatever. So I didn't really know anything about it, but I knew the Frisco fighters were rolling. Coach Robert Bounds, he had followed me on Twitter, and we kept in touch. And I told him I was going to move out to Texas because I was just going to come out there and train where I had trained for pre-draft.
Good facilities.
Kind of like, you know, soft launch of life. But the Frisco fighters opportunity, perfect time, it came along. And going out there again was another humbling moment. But it was also one of the best things that ever happened to me, bro. That was some of the most fun that I had. Like,
man,
when you put in perspective, like riding 13 hours on a bus to go play a game of indoor football, bro. If that don't scream love for the game, then I don't know what is. And being around you guys who were working a day job, getting off of that day job, and then coming to practice and still being able to, you know, laugh and play and smile. You know what I mean? Like, for me, that was one of the things that I didn't know I needed, like, in my football career.
Enjoy it. You got to learn to love the game again. You got to enjoy it. It's such a business for so long. You got to learn to re-love it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to just dumb it down, make it simple.
1,000%. 1,000%. And I think for me, bro, like, seeing how much it meant to everybody else around me made me approach it like it was my NFL. I was in there stretching, making sure I'm doing, you know, the right things, making sure I'm in the extra film studies. Like, the receivers, y'all would be all the time. And I'm sitting there, I have no idea about these concepts. But I'm going to listen, bro. Where Phaz line up at over here versus where he line up over there might change all of how I got to switch up my set on my side. You know what I mean? So, like, it always, like, for me, like, seeing how much it meant to everybody around me made it mean just that more for me. And being able to carry that on to, like, where I am now really shaped who I am outside of the field, because we all ball. You wouldn't be who you is if you couldn't ball. But, like,
exactly.
You gotta have a skeleton with it too. Like, you gotta have a structure, bro. Or else you just, like, you know what I mean? You just body. You know what I mean?
Just body. Yeah. And that's one of the main things that I learned too. And I think it was because, like, we talked about this earlier. We had one of my high school friends on here. We're talking about football. I went to a really good football high school, one of the best in Chicago. Then after that, I went to Cornell, and Cornell was not a football school, but I guess for me, I was around a bunch of people who didn't really want to play football at the time. And I think the main thing that helped me there is, like, I always needed to get to the NFL. And that was always in my mind. I'm surrounded by a bunch of guys that may not really want to get to the NFL that much. So I think one of the main things too that I end up learning is that I was always coming from an underdog position. And if I'm going to get to the NFL, if I'm going to get to that next level, I need to understand what being a pro is. Like, I need to operate like a pro at Cornell University. So
Like
then
you
when I
said, you
get
gotta
to
treat it like your
Frisco,
NFL.
exactly. So then when I got to Frisco, you know what I mean? I just had that instilled with me because I was already at Cornell. So it's like, okay, I have to operate like a pro. So that's why at Frisco, I practiced so hard. That's
Got you.
why anywhere I'm at, I practice hard. When I got to UFL, I just had the same thing. I practiced so hard because it's like there's a way to be a pro. And that's what I learned. And I think instilling that in myself was huge,
One thing I
especially
like
when I
that
got
you're
to
saying.
Frisco.
One thing I like you're saying, Phase, which took me a minute to understand, especially going to like a smaller university out the gate. For anybody in search of that, like you said, practicing like a pro is essential and it's key. And I don't think I understood that until I started getting to the pro level. Hey,
Mhm.
there's a certain way, you know what I'm saying, you take care of yourself, your body. There's a certain way you train, things that you eat, you know what I'm saying? You really can play to the level of playability that you go against, which is why a lot of great talents that may not go to the Division 1 level that
Mhm.
had the, you know what I'm saying, caliber, the talent and caliber to play there may not ever get there because they're playing to the level of the people around them because they are not looking at it like, man, I'm not trying to be here. I'm
Mhm.
trying to get somewhere else. I need to be practicing and playing like the people where I'm trying to be at. The same way we say, surround yourself around those who you want to grow with. Surround yourself around those who you want to be like.
Yeah, and what it was that it what it was too is that if I didn't want to be like, it's not that I didn't want to be at Cornell, but I knew at Cornell they were going to take somebody from Alabama that did the same thing as me
Mhm.
at Cornell just because he was at
What
Alabama.
gives you
For
that
sure.
edge?
So
What
I
makes you,
knew
yeah.
that in my mind, and I knew
For
that
sure.
I needed to be, if I'm not the hardest worker at where I'm at right now, and I'm not the best at where I'm at right now, I'm not going to get a chance. So when I was at Cornell, I was like, okay, it needs to be undeniable that I'm the greatest player here. I need to
Gotta be
stay
crazy.
later. I need to work harder. I need to practice harder. Then when I got to Frisco, I'm looking at all the receivers. I'm watching Germ. You know what I mean? He was damn good that first year. I'm looking at all these guys. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at all these guys. I'm like, I'm going to be better than you guys. I'm going
Right.
to outwork you guys. And then from
Lead by
there,
example.
that's going to make you guys work harder, which is then going to make me work harder. You know what I
Because
mean? So
although we
Mhm.
were
that's kind
the,
of how I operated.
I
That's
was say,
true.
although we were the immediate competition,
That's true.
we weren't the ending competition. We weren't the competition that you were trying to make. You're trying to match the level. Yeah, well, you competing against us right now, but you're trying to match the level against, hey, if you step in
Exactly.
front of me, you might not be
Yeah.
Kentrell. This might not be Kentrell Pierce. This may be Jalen Ramsey in front of me. I'm not going to
Exactly.
just train for this person that's directly in front of me. I'm training for all those who are to come because I'm going there.
Exactly. That means I need to I need this needs to be
For
I
sure.
need to
This
dominate
this needs
here.
to be easy in order
Yes.
for that to be an opportunity, a possibility. So, and if you're not, like you said, if you're not training like a pro, if you're not dedicating yourself to your craft and really grinding like that, you will lose sight of, what the end goal is.
And I want to
And
talk about that too, because
Yeah.
you talk about the end goal, Ty. You was
Yeah.
talking about like how it humbled you a little bit, because like I think we all went through that, man. Like having the
Bro.
opportunity of
oh,
like
I'm humble.
rejection or going through that, you know what I mean? What did you do
Yes.
in that moment where it was like, okay, I was humbled, or I may have got that rejection, or was the door closed? What was your instant like reaction? Was it like, okay, just get back to work, or what were the feelings and some of the things you were going through during that time?
Bro, I was hurt, bro. Like I was because this is just the nature of the game, bro. Like
Hmm.
the fortunate ones find a home and they stay there for the longest time. But in the professional world, there's a million people like you and me who have the same goals and aspirations, bro. And situations, circumstances, you know, what I mean. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean. They'll make a break in a lot of careers, bro. And like to answer your question, bro, like I do remember when I first got cut from the UFL. Um, like it felt like the end of the world, bro. Like just because of like being a part of the organization and knowing my approach to the game and like the talent that I have, like it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? Like to be
Yeah.
rejected, like
Right? It's like, damn, do I
and
suck?
so
Like,
yeah,
am
like
I
it really
not good
make you
enough?
question, like, man, am I the problem? And when you hit that point of the road, bro, you can go one or two ways. You can go down this way and approach it from a perspective of like, poor me. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
It must
everything
be
is
right.
like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like like anything. You can make up anything. You can say politics. You can say, oh, he, she, him, they, then, like, you know what I mean? You could play any of those angles. Or you could take the other role. You could take the situation and circumstance for what it is, and make light of it. And so from there, once I got over those emotions, I started looking at things like, you know what? Why did I cut? Why did I get cut? I talk with my offensive line coach, and great man, Jim Turner. For the people who know who he is, elite ball guy. And believe it or not, he was still just with Memphis as an interim head coach, and it speaks a lot about who he is as a coach. He told me straight up, said I played with a specific stiffness to my game, and there were some weaknesses that I needed to work on. But he also reassured me that I was meant to play the game, and I just drew a short end of the stick as anybody else does. But don't let that, stop me from. Don't let that stop the goal from being a goal. And I think that was a very crucial thing that I needed to hear at that time. And so I got straight to work, bro. Instead of saying like, this happened to me, I didn't deserve this, I deserve that. I was like, you know what? There was a reason why I wasn't in the top 5 people considered. You know what I mean? And so I started focusing in on the things that I needed to perfect in my game. And, when I got to Frisco, that was also one of the things.
That's huge.
When I sat down with Coach Coles, he told me, bro, he said, this right here, this, you know what I mean? Like how you been and this step right here is what's holding you back. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get better.
I used to hear, I didn't mean to jump in there, but I remember I used to hear Coles, and it was good that you were in the foundation in which you were, because shout out to Coach Coles, man. Like, I really used to hear him tell you, like, bro, you don't belong here. You don't deserve to be here. And he was saying it in a positive way, like, bro, you're better than this. But you're the one keeping you here. Like, Phaz helped me with this one. Alexis Wilson said it. It's basically like, your opportunity is waiting on you, basically.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
No, it's basically saying that
get me right.
The life you want, the life you want. I think it was like the life you want or something. It's not you don't need to wait for the right opportunity. The life you want is not. You don't have to wait on the. I got it. Trust me. Hold on.
He got a little cook.
Let him cook.
It's not waiting on the right. It's not about waiting on the right opportunity. It's about waiting on the right you.
There we go.
So anything that you want in this life, it's not about waiting for the right opportunity. It's about waiting on the right you. So it's not about, okay, I have to wait for the perfect time. I have to wait for the perfect this. And that was huge what you said, though, because I think that's the make or break. What you just said, you have 2 options there. And I would say 75%, I'd probably even say 85, 90% go that. Yes, politics, it's political, it's this, the coaches.
It's easy to go there.
On both roads.
It's easy to go there because it's true.
It is.
Politics.
It is 1,000%.
But you need to understand that, and then also, okay, what did I do?
Yes.
A lot of people don't do that other side, or they put too much, because it is true that there's both, but people put too much on this and don't go back to work and reassess themselves. That's the issue. And if you do that, it's just going to be tough getting back there, because you're not going to correct the things that you need to correct.
For sure. And that's the mentality. Like, you
that's
get
the mentality.
I was looking at it like, man, ain't no way it was 12 other guys that were better than me. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it like, you know what? I didn't make the top 12, but it's a reason why I wasn't in the top 5. Because if you're in the top 5, you don't got to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? Well,
It's like, God damn.
You're like, where you go?
How you getting off there?
That's hilarious.
But yeah, bro, like, that's a fact. And it's like, it's perspective, bro. Perspective is everything. And it'll really make or break your mental and your approach to anything that you do, bro.
I like how you said that too, because again, back to you. Again, we got to witness this, man. Same with you, Phaz. We got to witness both of y'all reign. Everybody just be a representation and an example that you can really do it. One thing I like about, yourself, Ty, is you knew where you was at. you could have easily came to. I feel like, man, I'm better in this league. I'm just gonna cook here until somebody call my number. But
For
you
sure.
use that as, like you said, your NFL, your league of opportunity. You got better there. I watched you block niggas through the wall. Like he blocked Ty down. Like, nah, he not. I'm not done yet. You really showing like I have something to prove there. You didn't get big headed. Like you said, you humbled yourself. You had a lot of humility, and that's where you are. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you are where you are today. And you know what I'm saying? I'm more curious now to the positive aspect of it. Now we know, you know what I'm saying, the journey you endured, you put in the work, the effort. What was that feeling like to finally get that recognition? Like, okay, you're getting that call back up. Your
Man,
opportunity again. What does that feel like?
it was, bro, it's crazy because when we finished up the IFL season, and
With that bogus loss,
yeah, man. Oh,
I got
I
signed
still,
out,
bro.
man.
I
That's
still,
what
I'll
I'm
take that one.
saying.
Look,
bro.
I'll take that one.
Now that's not on you,
Nah,
man.
it
We
was
shouldn't
just,
have been in
bro.
that position.
No, I'll take
Yeah,
my
bro.
part in it though.
Bro, we all did. Look,
That was
two plays
crazy.
before that, I gave up a pressure, bro, and it hurt me because that put us. We went we were like second and whatever, and then now they put us in third and
And
long.
something, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
everybody got a 4-down way. So like
throughout the game,
just
and
like
that's foot. It's the ultimate team
Should I
you
sport.
put?
see what I'm
I
saying?
blame
Just
myself.
like
You know,
you was
I
Ultimate
feeling
team
two
sport.
plays
supposed to
after.
sign
I was
earlier
feeling
that
like
year
two
so that
plays
way I could
before.
be there for y'all.
Facts.
You see, you ready? But
It's
like,
really Eman's fault because
That
when I
was
came over, I was supposed to
yeah,
get water. The water
yeah.
wasn't ready.
It
It was
wasn't.
I
more
was over there
room
with the
temp.
He
iPad.
said,
I was
"Look,
looking
he
at the
tried."
Tripping. I need
Tripping,
water.
man.
What you doing,
No
bro?
It's a
morale
slippery
wasn't in the
slope,
room.
bro.
Ah, let's go, man. None of
It's a
that.
slippery slope, man.
Yeah,
Tripping,
Man.
man.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
but nah, I mean, after we finished up that, and I got the IFL honors, I was blessed enough to receive the rookie team, and then the first team. That really meant a lot for me because literally up until that point, like I just like felt like I was going unnoticed, and like it's one thing to like have an expectation of something, but it's also another thing to have an expectation because of the work that you put in, And so for me, that was my biggest thing. That like I'm approaching this like it's life or death every day, so I need everybody to start seeing this now.
Yes.
But God, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
come
God,
Won't he do
and
it?
you gotta like you have to take these things into like account. And so for me, after that, I'm like, you know what? I got this first team stuff. Okay, they know it, so like everybody else should know it. And so I'm emailing coaches. I'm DMing coaches. I don't went on Twitter and paid for the pay for the blue check so I could DM people that
Come
ain't
on.
had their DMs open. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
hustling, trying to reach out, not hearing nothing back, bro. And the whole time I'm like, you know what? I put in so much work. I deserve this, bro. And I remember, bro, one day walking around Plano, bro. I'm on my daily walk, and I'm praying. I'm just talking out loud to God, bro. And I'm just asking for the for him to continue to make me thankful, continue to make me grateful for the position I am in. I'm like, you know what, like, man, I'm not balling like I want to be, but man, I'm fortunate, bro. And I began to just embrace like just being grateful for like what things are. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what, if I could just continue to work at my imperfections, my weaknesses, and make the best of my game, like just compete against myself every week, bro. And I'm gonna give another shout out now. Shameless plug. But Trip Harrington, bro, I slept on Trip's couch for a total of like 3 months, bro. And I didn't have to pay $1 in rent, bro, off the
I'm
strength
proud of
of
that boy. Hold on, Sky. I gotta stop you. We gotta get Trip on here. Shout out to my dog. And I ain't trying to bust him out there. This ain't no shame in the game, but I like how he's paying it forward and paying dividends. Little do y'all know, before we got down with the Frisco Fighters, Trip was on my couch
yes,
for some
yeah.
time, you know what I'm saying? And I same
Yes.
thing, I didn't make him because I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you my brother. I'm looking out for
Yeah.
you. He had a goal. He worked his ass off, and
Yeah.
it paid for. So shout out to dog. I'm
Nah,
proud to
yeah.
hear that. That's what you know. What I'm
That's
saying,
Yeah,
huge.
damn.
bro. Trip is clutch, bro, because I'm at this point I'm sleeping on this couch. And we just grinding. Like I remember that particular period, I would get up, I would go do position work at like 5 a.m. and then I turn around and do my lift and speed training. I done worked out 3-4 times before, and then I have to get done with that and go to work because bills. You still gotta pay bills.
Hey,
Gotta pay
Like
that.
your dreams is not stopping them bills, brother. Like
Come on now.
Stop.
Make
you
a
know what I
whole
mean?
Do
day.
not stop.
You see what I'm saying? And so I'm
All
clocking
right,
in
Bill,
still.
we here.
Yeah.
And I'm
Break us all down.
still
Yeah.
clocking in, bro. But like I became so infatuated with like chasing perfection, bro, that like nothing else really mattered but getting better, bro. And
Yes.
I remember that particular time period because for the first time I was so broke, but I was so happy too, bro, because I found myself like getting so much better, like, and so like falling in love with things that like I used to dread. Like I'm getting up on the board, drawing up concepts and stuff like that, and that was
Yeah.
never my deal. But like I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? Like if I want to be
Let
better,
her love
bro,
the
I gotta.
game.
You see what I'm saying? Like I really had
Like,
to approach these things.
it's like, again, he bringing it out of me, but
Yeah, This
with
that's how I be.
I like what you're saying because it sounds like what I have been told. God is not going to bless you with an opportunity that you're not ready for. And respectfully, this may have been your preparation period.
Bro, it sure
He
was.
helped you learn how to relove the game. He broke it down. He wanted to see how bad, because he's going to grant us the desires of our heart. He knows the desires of our heart. He had to make sure, okay, do you really desire this? Because if you're gonna be fortunate enough and I'm gonna bless you with this, I want to know that you're not gonna take it for granted, that you are gonna give me everything and you're gonna trust in me. Come home to me first, trust in my process that I have for you, the plan that I have for you, and then walk into it. Work towards it.
And
So
there's go ahead. E.
you definitely I love to hear that you've gotten to find like the love for the game again, because that's what we do it for. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the checks, the less stress on life, you know what I'm saying, financially makes it that much more better. But we do it for the love of the game. And when you're not loving the game no more, you're just doing it for this, you lose sight of, you know what I'm saying, what the game really is about.
That's
Yeah,
facts, bro.
and there's one thing that it was like I think it was like a Jewish proverb that I heard, and it was like right after the NFL draft when I didn't get drafted. It was like we plan and God laughs, right? Because we do not create any plan. Like we have this set, okay, I'm about to get drafted. I'm gonna be playing for the Bears. I'm gonna buy my house. I'm about it. I'm like, we have all these plans,
Yeah.
but we don't make the plans. You know what I mean? All we can do is put in the work and continue to get better as well. Go
I
ahead.
like that you shared that, but I'm gonna have to, and again, l'chaim to my Jewish people.
Go
But
ahead. We can go back and forth. L'chaim.
I
Assalamu
don't
alaikum.
I don't necessarily
Come on.
100% agree with that statement. I definitely feel like, I don't think God's laughing at us. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because again, He's going to grant us the desires of our heart. That's the way we desire for it to go. We got to be prepared. We know nothing in life is perfect, but because I have this scripture tatted on me, Proverbs 16:9 or 9:16. I gotta look at it again. But basically, I know what it says. It says a man's heart might plan his way, but I'm planning his path, but God guides the way. So we can plan all day long. I don't think He's laughing at us, but He's like, okay, if that's what you want to do, make sure I'm at the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put me first. Make sure you're trusting in me first. Make sure you're coming to me with it first. As long as you give that same work and energy and effort you're giving here unto me and understand that nothing comes before me, I promise you, He's going to make sure you understand the process. You're going to appreciate the process. You're going to love the process. And you're going to get everything that you desire in one way or another. So, and again,
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you can't. And again, the way you receive it may not be the way you wanted to receive it, but at the same time, you still got. So, like for example, I got to play Division I football, but I didn't get to play Division I football. You know what I'm saying? I went to Colorado State, played DB, got to do spring ball, go through all that stuff. I got to live that experience. I always wanted to play Division I football. It was a dream of mine. The fact that I was able to be there, I know I didn't do everything that I needed to do there to stay there, but I was grateful for the opportunity, grateful that I got to experience it. I was disappointed in myself that I did not do everything I needed to do to stay there, but I did not take that for granted. I don't regret anything that I did. I wish I could have went
1000%.
harder, but even with the situation with Frisco, y'all know I didn't get to play. But I tell you, I say that so many times, and I will continue to say that. that's probably been one of the best teams I've been a part. Just to be able to share the
Yeah.
field with y'all, practice field, just to be there in the atmosphere. Y'all made me better,
Yeah.
even though I didn't get to showcase. And if I know that if that opportunity was still there, if I still wanted to go do that, I could,
Yeah.
and I would be better before because of it. But just the
But
process that I got to learn and endure about myself on that journey with y'all, my
yeah.
Yes.
mental, what I was able to actually overcome, how I
Yeah.
was able to take a chance on myself, be confident in myself, you know what I'm saying, battle against adversity, and
Yeah.
still be supportive to learn to support
Yes.
my brothers, be happy for my brothers. I was so geeked for y'all, I never once had to, cry
I
over
trust
spilled
it.
milk.
I
I'm like,
know.
man, I could have been over
I
there
know.
pouting. Man, I should be. But I'm like,
Yeah.
no, man, my time's coming. I'm fortunate enough to be in this position, watching all my dogs go crazy, and
Yes.
everybody's getting blessed. Like, I'm gonna be y'all's number one supporter, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, because I'm proud of every one of y'all. The fact that y'all dreams are coming to fruition. So
Yeah.
And
And
that's
one
that's a
thing,
crazy
true
watching.
that's a
yeah,
true testament to your faith, bro.
that
To
is.
both of y'all faith, like, bro, like I get it. Like, I'm the guest on here, but like, bro, like we sat through the season, bro, and you showed nothing but love. You showed up to every practice you could with the same energy from start to the end. That's a tough ask to ask some of those things. Like,
The
you know what I mean?
toughest.
You know what I mean? You could have easily said, bro, I'm making way more money, like, you know what I mean? Like, away from here, bro. But
That
like,
shit,
out of your love of the game and your love for the team, bro, like you
man.
put your pride aside. And you
However I
did
can
that,
help.
bro. You did
However I
that.
can
Mhm.
help.
Phase,
Yeah.
bro, big play Phase, bro. Like, you
Come
Come on
know
on.
what
now.
you come on now, you know what you about, bro. But you put that pride aside, bro, and you approached it. I watch, because this is why I tell y'all, I be fanned out, bro. Like, I don't always speak, but I be fanned out, bro. I'm watching Phase. Wake up, put that content out every day, bro.
Come
Phase, I
on
was
now.
up in the morning with you, bro. Like I'm like, hey, Phase ain't missing day. I ain't
Phase
missing day.
up right
We on
Come
now.
that.
on.
You know what I mean? And
Come on.
then you watch it translate to your
Yeah.
opportunity with UFL. You ain't
Yeah.
blink. I knew when they presented this stuff. I said, bro, like, what?
You just
Yeah.
About time.
right. You
Hello,
deserve it.
everybody, wake
Yeah.
up.
And
And
I
then the
think that's it.
same thing with
That's
you,
it.
E, at the end of the season, bro. Like, they showing you the
Right,
love. Like, I'm
man.
like,
That was
you
because
see what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's gonna happen. And
I'm like, it's been there, bro. Like, so that's why I'm saying, like, it's just a true testament to your character and your faith, bro. And I feel like it, like, the game has made it what it is, bro. And like y'all were saying about, like, appreciating, like,
Yes.
things before you move on to the next thing, and like, you know what I mean, it being God's plan. I promise you, if I told myself that was getting ready to sign a contract with the Tennessee Titans, that, okay, this time next year, brother, you are going to be playing indoor football, I would have
Uh-huh.
probably boxed that nigga. Like, we would have had to
That's
we
like,
had to
what
go
you trying to
fight.
say
Like,
about me?
I'm like,
What you trying to say
watch
about
out,
me?
man.
literally, bro.
You
Literally,
saying
but
I'm
like,
weak? Uh-huh.
but like, bro, that literally, like, was one of the best things that happened to me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, if I could go back and relive, like, some of our bus ride karaoke's back, bro.
Come
Come
Like,
on,
on.
man.
you see what I'm
Come on.
saying?
You can't
Come
duplicate
on.
it, baby.
And
And I
that's and
think,
that's what you
yeah,
gonna remember the most when all this is over with, bro.
that's
Right.
what
You
you're gonna
only got
remember
the
the
memories when
most.
football's said and done. You only got that.
My
And I
point.
think I brought that up too, like going back to like that one Jewish thing, like we make plans and God laughs. I think I seen that
Yes.
so many times in my life. It's like the
Yeah.
ultimate misdirection
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of times, like especially with the IFL, what I had seen was that I'm going to the IFL and yeah, I just have to work and I have this work ethic and I'm planning, okay, so I'm gonna get to the IFL, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm just gonna keep working.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be, like you said, even better on the other side. The plans that
Mhm.
I have, what God had planned was 10 times better because, like you
Take me to
saying, it might
church.
not have been the Tennessee Titans or whatever. Oh, don't do that.
Come on
Don't
Come
now.
do
That's
on
that.
time. That's
now.
Cause,
time.
cause you know I
Come on. Come on now. Come on now.
gotta act out like that when I like. No, but I think because when I say that, it just hit me because we plan and we make plans all the time. Okay, we're gonna do this, even if it's going to the IFL. Okay, I'm gonna go to the IFL. I'm not too happy about it, but I'm just go here and work. But it's because he's laughing because on the other side, he's like, you think this what you think? No, it's way better over what I'm about to show you, what I'm
I
about to
like
bring
that.
into your life. What's
I
about
like
to
that.
happen next is going to be 10 times better than all the stuff that you had originally.
1,000%.
I'm going to put you through things. I'm going to show you things. I'm going to introduce you to people that's going to take your life to a place that can be 10 times better of what you if you would have got it immediately.
Hey,
You know what I
man.
mean?
And
So I
you
think
hit
that's
that point
cool.
right on the
He
head,
cook right
bro.
now. Phaz be cooking every
Yeah.
now and then.
And I
He,
want to
Even
say
now, yeah,
too, like even off of that, Todd, because now it's even better. You say, okay, I fell back in love with the game. I'm with
right.
the Frisco Fires. Now you get this next
now I know
opportunity.
you
Tell me a
having
little bit
fun.
about that now. Tell me a little bit
Yeah,
about that being there now
bro,
or
Right.
that
man.
next step.
What that
It
call
was
was like. You there? You
it
having
was so
fun?
beautiful, bro. It's crazy because again, I'm in my little apartment in Plano. I'm getting ready for bed. I lay down. Another I'm a big name dropper if y'all can't tell,
Come on now.
but Rashard Coward, he played with the San Antonio Brahmas 2 seasons ago with the merger started. He was ODU alum, like one of my OGs, bro. And I
Mhm.
reached out to him, told him my situation or whatever. He said, I got you, bro. I'm gonna put your name in or whatever. Now he had retired, and I remember it was one Sunday after church, bro. the service was about forgiveness or whatever. And while I'm waiting to leave the church and get out of one community church in Plano, waiting in my car to leave, I get a text from RC, and he's like, I ain't forget about you, bro. He sends me a screenshot of him talking with the GM, basically saying like, check this guy out or whatever. And I'm like, bro, you my dog, because like he didn't have to do that. He had to go vouch for me. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like you my guy. And so that same night, I'm getting ready to lay down, get ready for bed, and I get a text from the GM. It's like, hey, this is with the San Antonio Brahmas. We like your tape. He was like, send me your email so we can get this contract drafted up. I'm like, I done jumped out of bed, bro. I'm
Yeah,
calling
ain't no time to
everybody
sleep.
I know,
Christmas
bro.
came early.
You see what I'm saying? I
Come
done jumped
on.
out of bed. I'm like overwhelmed, bro, because I'm like, man, this is what I've been praying for, like just the opportunity, bro. Not even like just
Now you know
just
what
the
it's like. You've been there before.
opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, I go in this joint with perfect clarity. So now you training with a purpose. Before you just training off the faith, the faith that you
Yeah.
have and God's plan for your life.
Yeah.
And so you get the opportunity, and I'm like, man, it's crazy. I get out there, bags of gear, Phaz, you seen it, the
I seen
gear,
it.
you know what I
I
mean,
seen it.
the gear stuff, the setup, everything. Like just some of these guys, second round picks, third round picks, like these just different guys being back in that kind of room after having to really like train with no purpose. You know what I mean? Like just kind of waiting on that
Yeah.
opportunity to see that come to fruition was beautiful, bro. To just be back out there, I was so happy. I just remember like being so happy to like, bro, just practice, like
Mhm.
be in that position, bro. Because I'm like, you know what I mean. The older we get, bro, and y'all been to school with so many people, like you see so many people, like the opportunity start running out, bro.
Yeah.
And one day that will be us. But like every OG that I talked to, bro, they told me, bro, take every opportunity you get, bro, because when it's done, it's done.
Over
Done.
with.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know
Done.
what? I fully believe that. So like being in some of the rooms with like prominent coaches, Wade Phillips, like a legend, you know what I mean? Shaking his hand, picking his brain about certain coverages that he can point out in his sleep. Like
Mhm.
that was an experience, bro. Just like being a part of that. And so I think at that point in time for me, it was about like being grateful, bro. Like just being grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't work out, but I think that was also a very pivotal point for me too, because when we get to the point and I didn't make it out of the camp, I'm like, I'm back at square one. I'm like, okay, maybe I am the problem, y'all. Like maybe somebody was hitting on something back. You know what I mean? And so like, it really like put me in a point of like questioning who I was as a player, bro. But something that always brought me back to neutral was like, it's not the end of the world though. Like it feels like it for sure.
It
And
does.
like, it's a terrible feeling to be rejected as an athlete from, you know what I mean, the game that you love. But like, I called my boss and told her like, yo, I got cut. Can I clock in on one day? And she's like, yeah. I get
Wow.
back to work and I'm thinking like, they about to have posters in the wall. Like, what happened? He done fell off. Like, I get in there and it's like, oh, Ty, you're back. What's up, Ty? How was that?
Yeah.
Camp? Like, they want to hear. And I'm like, they don't even
Not
like.
what they
I don't want
expected.
to talk
Yeah.
about it.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not answering those questions. But like, it reminded me that like, bro, like, it's not the end of the world, bro.
It's not.
There's a lot of people who don't get to touch
You
that.
see what I'm
A lot of
saying?
people who don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You can,
that's crazy because
yeah,
I think one of the things too is it's funny. I had a similar situation with that, not even
yeah,
recently, but like the past situation is like when I was preparing for the NFL draft and everything, my city was showing me love. Like I went back to the school, I went back to my high school, I went back to my middle school. They made me speak. I had presentations, like I was doing a tour, like speaking tour all over Chicago, meeting all these kids and everything. Then I end up not getting drafted. And I actually have it right here. Like when I went back to I crazy. I went back to my middle school and all the kids they had to do an assignment and they wrote me. It's like a bunch of things of paper. They all wrote me letters like you're saying, "Hey, congratulations on being part of the NFL draft.
yeah,
Oh, I want to watch you. I'm gonna watch you play for the Bears. Hope like all these things." And this is probably like 300 kids. So I have like 300 letters, and I just look at them all the time whenever I need that reset. But not getting drafted. I was in Dallas at the time.
yeah,
Then I was like, okay, I probably need to go back home to Chicago for a little bit. I went back home to Chicago. I was embarrassed. Like I was
yeah,
scared because I'm living in like a city of Chicago, but it's like a small suburb. So like I walk around, people gonna recognize me.
Go
You know what I
Phaz.
mean?
Hey,
So I'm getting my
yeah,
LeBron.
hair cut one time, and then this little kid, he DM'd me on Instagram. He's like, Phase, man, I saw you getting your hair cut. I heard about the NFL draft and everything, man. You're so awesome, man. I hope you make it. I hope you just keep going. And I'm like, this is a little kid. He literally took a picture of me while I was getting my haircut. I didn't even realize and sent it to me on Instagram. So it was a little
oh, that's
weird
How
hard.
did
because he didn't say nothing. I was like, I didn't even know it was you. Just took a picture of me. I'm all
Just
looking,
dropped
getting
it
my
in the
haircut.
DM.
all right.
Yeah, but
Nigga,
it was that
yeah, that boy
same
lacking.
thing.
Got his
Yeah, it
location.
was that same thing of like, it's not that deep. And they were already proud. And we talk about this already. I talk about it with my mom and like my mom not making it. I'm not making it to the NFL and not doing this. I feel like I let them down. But my mom been proud since I made it to high school. My
Man,
Yes,
mom
what?
definitely was proud when I made it to
yes,
Come
Cornell.
on, man, what?
So
yes,
my mom was been proud. She just want to see me play. She just want to see me happy. You know what I
yes,
mean? Regardless of
man.
what it is. So I
Right.
think that's where helps me come down, knowing that like, okay, like no one's thinking about me for real. Like, let me just keep working. Let me keep going.
Man,
They proud still.
my mom
Nah,
told me the
facts, bro.
same.
Well said.
My mom told me the same. She said, I don't care what team you get cut from. She said, you are young, black, you got 2 degrees, you got out of college debt
Come on
free.
now.
She said,
Mm.
and she said, and at the end of the day, you got a home to come back to. So she said, you are not a failure by any means. If anything,
Oh, my
you
bad, my
out
bad, my bad.
you out being greedy right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you
for
Like,
know what I mean?
real.
You just trying to stack on accomplishments, bro. And like
Yeah,
that's literally like we all fortunate, bro.
yeah.
Everybody
it
like,
is.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like we were all playing IFL, bro. But think about how many
It
people
is.
would kill for that opportunity
What?
right now.
I'm still
Yes.
trying to kill a nigga.
Him.
So, like, I'm still trying. Like, no.
Him.
But I'm
He said
fortunate.
me,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? Like I said, I love
Yeah.
to hear the stories from my mom. Again, my mom. I think that was the thing that helped me ease the pain a little bit more of my journey not being what I thought it would be. Because
Yeah,
same way, I think we all feel like when you don't do it,
yeah,
damn, I'm letting the people around me down. It's and third. Like mom said, she's like, I'm just proud. Like you said, young, black, healthy. First and foremost, a lot of people said I would be in trouble. I was gonna be a troublemaker. I was gonna be in jail. I was gonna this, that, and third. The fact that I'm none of those things. My mom is every surprise. She's like, you graduated college, you graduated high school. You're so much further than everybody who's saying X, Y, and Z about you. So she's like, I've been proud of you since, you know what I'm saying, I was a little boy playing football till now, you know what I'm saying, searching for where the next thing is. But I say that to say there's blessing and there's beauty in the struggle. There's blessings in the process, and we've all come so far. We
that's
all
true.
have so far to go, and it's a blessing to be surrounded by y'all, people who's actually doing it still, people who's inspiring us to still have opportunities to chase our dreams. The fact that you're there now, I want to hear like what it's like being out there. You at BC, y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know, I know you having fun. You understand your purpose for and love for the game again. So, well, man, what's life been like being in Canada? I know you're a celebrity. They don't see too many 6'6",
Man.
all type of. Oh my god! I'm like me and it's funny making the flyer. Me and my girl was like, this nigga Ty really is big. We trying to make you small on the flyer, and you still look big on the flyer. I'm like, there's no way, bro. Like, I'm like, it's crazy.
That's hilarious,
bro. Man, nah. CFL is beautiful, bro. It's a beautiful journey, bro. And honestly, like, it's. I'm fortunate to be in the position I am because when I first signed my letter of intent with the UFL, CFL came along. I was, you know, I was on another team's neg list, and so when they finally took me off, BC reached out, the GM, and at the time I had signed my letter of intent with the UFL, and he was, you know, we had talked, and I told him, you know what, I'm gonna rock out with the UFL. Appreciate the opportunity, but I'm just not trying to go to Canada.
Yeah.
UFL comes around, it don't work out, and I'm like,
hey, my boy,
yo, what's up? What's up, big dog? What's up? Remember I said back then I would just
playing.
You know what? You know about that last thing. Y'all still got room.
Yeah, literally, bro. And I was fortunate enough to still, like, for the opportunity to be there, bro. He could have easily, you know, said, nah, we going somewhere else now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the opportunity was still there, bro. And I was fortunate, bro, because again, one of the better things that's happened to me in my professional career, bro. Having people, teammates and coaches around you who believe in who you are as a player, and you know, investing in that, you know what I mean, with the meetings and just, you know, constant opportunities to get better, bro. And like, for me, bro, it took Frisco, it took being cut, it took you know what I mean, working in a gym, cleaning toilets and showers, bro. It took those things for me to be where I am today, and so appreciative of the opportunity. Like I there hasn't been a day where I didn't take the field, bro. And first and foremost, thank God, because it's a blessing to step on and off that field.
Up once more. You never know.
But also, like, in between the lines, you know what I mean? Like, being able to go every practice. So I approached that knowing where I came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like y'all said before, bro, it took like sometimes God will put you in these positions, bro, just to see how you gonna act.
Come on.
He gave me.
You gonna smite me, or you gonna give me glory?
You see what I'm saying? He gave me. He says, "Look, I got something for you, but you got to wait on that. So here, take this in the meantime, and I want to see what you gonna do with that because I can give you this back here, but I want to see what you're gonna do with that first.
Yeah.
And when you can handle something, you know what I mean, that in God's scope is this big, bro. Like it's the biggest thing in the world. When you get the world, literally the world, you'll know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Yes. And I think that is one of the things that I'm living in is the reality of gratitude and you know, just like embracing, like now being where my feet are. You know what I mean? And meetings, just constantly learning, and also having, like we said before, the humility to understand that, like, I don't know everything. You know what I mean? I'm not that. Even though, come on now, like I am the hottest thing out. I'm not the hottest thing out. You see what I'm saying? So it's you know what I mean? The balance, bro. The balance. So that's where I am right now, and just really embracing everything for what it is, and it's a beautiful thing. I'd be lying if I said some days are harder than others. That's just life,
All right.
right? But like,
That's life.
Right.
if you can take the good with the bad, and you know what I mean, really just be appreciative of it all. It makes for better clarity.
All right. Hot take. Let's get live.
Let's hear it.
Let's get hot. We're gonna add a quick hot take.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
All right, Big Ty. Knowing you
Okay,
6'6",
let's hear
baby.
it.
What is the most? What do you think is one of the most difficult things about being tall, like freakishly large?
Okay. I hate being cramped up. Like long car rides is terrible. That is if not no other time I hate being tall. I'm like, my knees, bro. Like I just can't take it.
Bro.
But another the close, probably the biggest thing is like, y'all know how large of a human I am. Like there's nowhere I can go without drawing that kind of attention. Like
Facts.
you know what I mean?
Nah,
In my world, I'm just in the grocery store trying to get a carton of eggs. But in somebody else's world, this is the largest person they've
This
ever
is
seen.
Shaquille O'Neal. We see him.
So now I gotta come and ask you questions. Where you from? What you doing? Whatever. But in my world, I just need them eggs right
I
over
just
top
need
of you.
them.
If I can get
That's it. Let me just.
You see what I'm saying?
Funny.
So that's one of the toughest things, bro.
I forgot what NBA player it was. They was like the toughest thing he said for him to do as a tall person was like standing up, like sitting in chairs and getting up. He's like, because your knees bend up like higher, so you're more in like an acute position. So when you guys said you gotta, that's one of them little rock joints.
Really, bro. Like you gotta, bro. Like getting out of a car low to the ground, like rolling out of the car, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
All right, bet. So
it is. It's not.
You always been big. Pause. That's why. You always been a larger size person.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to play any other position? What position would Ty be playing if it wasn't O-line and D-line?
If it wasn't O-line or D-line, I would be a lock for tight end. All right. And
I see that.
And if you don't know, if you don't know, just ask about me at Memphis Showboys.
Oh, he did have that
you know what I mean? Come on now. Had a little touch in the back of the end zone. It wasn't that crazy, but like, that's when I really knew, like, all right, maybe when you look me up on the roster, it don't just say Tyran Hunt OL. It might just say ATH on the back end.
Come
like,
on,
ATH, that's it.
You see what I'm saying? Like I just so
no,
like,
man,
you know what I mean?
ATH.
Like come on now.
What is Ty's weird hobby? Like, what's something people wouldn't expect Ty to be doing?
What is something they wouldn't be expecting me to do?
Or just a fun hobby? You don't got to be weird. What's a fun hobby?
I mean, honestly, if I'm not like I do a lot of reading, bro. You'd be surprised. Like I do a lot of reading, bro.
I wish I had a picture. Ty wear glasses, y'all. Come on now.
Bro, yeah, for real. And I've grown up in my taste a little bit. I used to be like real big on nonfiction. So like I was to that Harry Potter. I was into the Percy Jackson, the Hunger Games. Like I was on that. That was me. That was my little sauce. Now we didn't grow up a little bit, bro. I'm on shameless plug. So I got a little bedside right here. So this is
on now.
I'm sure if we got these in the UFL, just like a little bit of, you know what I mean, like self-helps, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you have not read this,
that's amazing
book,
book,
bro. I'm telling you,
amazing book.
See, real recognize real. You see what I'm saying?
Your habit stacking. You got to stack them habits now.
Yes. Okay.
I know that.
We know, bro. We know.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I love to read, and I love nature, bro. It's a path to the water, literally right behind my apartment, bro. And I love to go out there. I love to just embrace the rawness of nature, bro. That's really what I be on, bro. Type time I be on, bro. Oh man, they don't. Know. That's the crazy thing.
Okay, so you're fortunate enough to not be living in the U.S. right now. What has been one of the most shocking things about living in Canada, but also what has been one of your more funner experiences or moments in Canada?
Okay. Okay.
Like
the
Walmart
most
still open
shocking
24?
Nah, so the craziest thing because I was just on a rant about this today, bro. But like, no, you're not gonna get no good like down south meal out here.
Oh yeah,
Like
you can hang
the
that up.
stuff, that me like that we done grown like I can't
Come
go
on
get
now.
no, you know what I mean? No wings with the mac and the collars and
Well,
the
now
yams.
let it run together. Let
You see what I'm saying? Let it touch it.
You know,
You're not gonna
you
get that
need.
out here.
Right. When you bite it, you
You
want
ain't
to
got
feel
none of
that in
that
your
out there.
You
spirit.
see
You
what I'm
ain't got
saying?
that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, I
It's not
see.
out here. That's not their culture, bro. So like that's tough for me.
Got it.
'Cause, you know, I love to eat, bro. Y'all like I know me, I love to eat. But that's one of the tougher things. But what I will say is like some of the most beautiful things I've seen in nature was out here, bro. Like we did our training camp in Kamloops in British Columbia within the province, but it was like 2 hours from where I live now, up in the mountains.
Wow.
And it was beautiful. Like some of the scenery that you could see, like in real time, is nothing that I would ever see where I came from. You know what I mean? And like we're driving through the mountains to come back down here, and seeing like some of the mountainsides, bro. Like I saw real life waterfalls from like the ice caps melting on the top of them. Like you see what I'm saying? Like that's not stuff that like people get to experience in a lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
And it was surreal. Like some of the things I've seen out here, bro. And I love Canada because there's no mosquitoes. So, well, at least
Really?
where I'm at, no,
I got bit up today.
And I'm
One
gonna knock
right
on
there.
wood, bro. so get out of here.
Yeah.
So I think it was a beautiful thing, bro. But the people are very nice, very neighborly, and it's a very like neighborly
They
culture.
talk like
here,
they talk like that. Like Drake and Turk. They try to talk with the team.
Yes,
They got
this
little
bro.
ting.
Yes, that like when they're like, like I'm like, bro, why is that a thing, bro? Why is that a thing, bro? But like, yeah, nah, it's cool, bro. It's a beautiful experience, bro. That I'm just grateful to be able to share, bro, and experience. Obviously for me, but like for others, bro. That's why I try and like admit my life, my success, bro, the highs, the lows, bro. Because it's like you never know who can relate to that, who's resonating with that, and that's. If I was doing it, like, you know what I mean? If I was just doing this for me, then I'd be done, bro. I could be done. I'd be fine.
Come on now. I like
but
that.
like, I more than anything, I want everybody around me to experience that same high. You know what I mean? That I get out of living the life that I live, bro. For real.
Last question before I let Phaz take it over.
Yes, sir.
What does the position in life that you are in now, the things you've been able to accomplish, what does this mean for a younger Ty Hunt? Like, what would he look forward to and say, or what does this mean for the kids in the community where you come from to be doing the things that you're doing?
I mean, like, I'm living proof that you can do anything you put your mind to, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like coming out of high school, bro, I thought I was gonna have to get a job so I could go to college. My dad looked me in my eyes and told me, you weren't gonna have to pay for college, bro. You gonna go to college for free. And I looked at him and I looked at my mom. I said, yo, he lost his mind. I'm about to just keep talking to you because I don't know what's up with bro.
Right, he just saying anything now.
He's tripping again.
Yeah, literally. But like, I was fortunate, bro, and I continue to be like fortunate to this point, bro. So like, I'm just a true testimony of what faith and hard work can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you stick at something long enough, bro, with the right mindset and the right circle, right people, you know what I mean? Like the ease, the phases, like, you know what I mean? You keep those people in your life, baby. Bro. You know, the sky's the limit, bro. And like, I've come so far, but I got so far to go, and I'm not phased at all. You feel me?
He's not done yet.
You feel me?
Not phased.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man. That actually leads us right into our final question for you. Backstage manager, can you solo me real quick? Actually, I want to make sure we emphasize this. I want to emphasize this. Got my thumbnail too at the same time. They don't
Right.
know
There you
though.
You know,
go.
you know
But
Hold
I
on.
am.
Hold on.
at with everything going on in the world, one thing that is so cool to hear about your story, and this like we're the same age, so it's cool to hear that because we have accomplished so much already. But we still have so much more to go. In my mind, that means that if we have these thoughts and we have these ideas in our mind where it's like, okay, we want to succeed so much more, we still have so much more to go. That means just God's calling us to something more. You know what I mean? If everything, our parents and they're proud of everything we've done right now, but we still have so much more to go. And on that process to get to that more, right? Life is going to happen, right? Things aren't always going to be easy. As you were saying now with the CFL, you're going to go through a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of highs and lows. And outside of that, you're going to have family stuff going on. And outside of that, the world is crazy. So I want to know, with everything going on in the world, what do you do and how does Ty stay unfazed?
Cue the music.
How do I stay unfazed, man? I got God. Like in the simplest terms, bro. With everything out of like your control, there's so many things out of your control, but you can control how you wake up in the morning, how you start your day, how you navigate your life day to day, how you treat people. These are all things that you can do on your own for free. And these are also things that can put you in bigger positions, bigger roles, bro. Get you opportunities. If you don't believe it, literally type up Tyran and just read. You know what I mean? Like, I'm living proof, bro, that if you got the faith in God and His plan for your life, you can do anything, bro. So like, as long as God is at the forefront of everything I do and using me as a vessel, I'm unfazed. Simple as that. Forever unfazed, as long as He's in front of me.
Wow. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. So this is day 22. We had Mr. Ty Hunt on the podcast, and don't be surprised. He will be back again
Oh,
very,
1000%.
very soon. This was the first of many, but Ty, I appreciate you, bro. You're doing so many great
You got
things.
that dog in him.
Come on, man. You got that dog in you. Come on. I'm very excited to see everything you're going to do next, man. But I know you're going to stay unfazed. I know you're going to be back on the pod soon, brother. We appreciate you. We'll be on there soon. Yes, sir, brother. Stay unfazed, everybody. Come on.
I'm unfazed, yeah.